Hi friends, in continuation of lecture 1 study on buyback of shares. I hope you might have gone through that. You have practiced, and as I told you, this is a simple topic. You can score well without any difficulty. So, to begin with, here there's some few illustrations are picked from the material. You can see that the illustration 1 on the screen. M Limited furnishes the following summarized balance sheet as at 31st March 2011. Equity and liabilities under the heading share capital, we got authorized capital 5,000, then issued and subscribed 3 lakh equity shares of 10 each fully paid 3,000, 20,000 9% preference shares of 100 each 2,000. It is coming to 5,000. Then we got reserves and surplus capital reserve 10,000, and then revenue reserve 4,000 is nothing but we are seeing the figures in thousands. Security premium 500, P&L account 1,800, and it is coming total to 6,310. In other words, 63 lakhs 10,000 rupees. Non-current liabilities 10% debentures 400, current liabilities and provision 40 is coming to 11,750. Assets, we got fixed assets cost and provision for depreciation, non-current investments at cost, current assets, loans and advances, including cash and bank balances. Whenever we are into this topic, we should be looking at buyback shares. Few things you need to observe. The paid up capital, equity share paid up capital, and the column of reserves and surplus. In reserves and surplus, which is important for us, free reserves, free reserves including security premium. If you see this on the screen, it is clearly given revenue reserve, security premium, P&L account will be considered as free reserve. Right? We have discussed about this in the last class, right? Now, the company passed a resolution to buy back 20% of equity share capital at the rate of 15 rupees per share. So, the company passed a resolution to buy back 20% of its equity capital at 15 rupees per share. For this purpose, it sold its investments of rupees 30 lakhs for 25 lakhs. So, you need funds for buyback. I think when the company is having free reserves, they need not worry about they need not worry about the going for fresh issue of preference shares. So here what the company has done, they went for sale of investments for generating the funds for making the payment. Now, so what is to be done? We have seen the entries in the last class. What are the entries we need to pass for buyback of shares? The illustration also has been mentioned for you to easily look at it. When you are selling the investment, it's like it is same like the problem number 1 we have done in the last class. So you sold you sold the investments for 25 lakhs. The book value of investment sold is 30 lakhs. So it is resulting a loss of 5 lakhs. So the entry you can see, it is since figures has been given in thousands, 25 lakhs ignoring that 3 three zeros, it is coming to 2,500 is nothing but 25 lakhs. So you're getting a loss of 500. So the entry will be bank account at R, profit and loss account at R2, investment account. It's just like same like the problem, previous problem. The narration will be being investment sold for the purpose of buyback of equity shares. Then next, the company went for the company went for cancellation of shares. What we have seen last class, I think the entries can be deferred. Entries can be, you can write the entry for equity share buyback to bank. In the last class, we have discussed that entry I've given you was second entry was equity share buyback to bank account. That is including premium. Okay, so you can write that as a second entry, or what they have done is that when you look at our the discussion of previous class, the equity share capital 600, premium payable on buyback 300, to equity share buyback account 900. This premium payable on buyback in the last class, instead of writing premium payable on buyback, we have written the net entry by debiting security premium. As I told you, it's nothing but loss on, it's a loss on buyback. Am I right? You are paying more than your face value. It is a loss. That loss can be adjusted against security premium or any other revenue reserves. I think the entry has been written differently. That means you can write the way we have done the last class, or you can debit premium payable on buyback account also. So if you look at it, how you got that 600? If you look at the on the top of the screen, the problem, we got 3,000 equity shares or 3 lakh equity shares. So 3 lakh equity shares, out of which, 1 minute, 20%, the company passed resolution to buy back 20% of its equity capital. So 20% of equity capital means 3,000 into 20% coming to 600. And that you are buying by paying premium of 5 rupees. So 3,000 into 2,500 into 5, it is coming to how much? 300,000. So the premium payable on buyback is more than face value. When you're buying back the shares, you're paying 300,000 etc. extra. So the entry will be equity share capital account at R, premium payable on buyback account at R, to equity share buyback 900. Then this entry you have seen already. You are made a payment of 900. So equity share buyback account at R to bank account. So the being payment made for buyback of equity shares. If you look at the second entry, being the amount due on buyback of equity shares. So the entry is a bit different what we have seen yesterday. So they have written the second entry for amount due on buyback of equity shares, because equity share buyback account is showing credit balance. Equity share capital is nothing but cancellation. Premium payable on buyback is a loss. So then when you are purchasing it, that they have written the entry equity share buyback account at R to bank account. Then as I told you, this premium on payable on buyback can be adjusted against security premium. If you look at the problem, we got security premium of 1,800. Am I right? You can see that, scroll it. And if you see security premium is 500,000. It's nothing but 5 lakhs. So this loss can be adjusted against security premium. So what is the entry they have written? Security premium account at R to premium payable on buyback. As I told you, you can combine the entry number 2 and 4, then which will be cancelled, my dear friends. Premium payable on buyback will be cancelled. Then the entry will be equity share capital account at R, security premium account at R, to equity share buyback. We can write the entry. Or else you can debit premium payable on buyback, and that premium payable on buyback is later on is transferred to or is adjusted to security premium. Then we have discussed that whenever you are going for buyback of shares out of free reserves, The nominal value of buyback shall be transferred to capital redemption reserve by adjusting to revenue reserve. So in the problem, the revenue reserve, we got sufficient revenue reserve. So revenue reserve is a reserve which is available for declaration of dividend. And as I told you, whenever we are in buyback shares, the revenue reserve is including security premium also. So, but I think here revenue reserve is sufficient. So, without using security premium, the revenue reserve account has been debited and a CRR has been created. In the last class, we have seen that the CRR can be used for issue of bonus shares. Am I right? So here we are debiting revenue reserve account and we are creating capital redemption reserve account. You can see the narration also being creation of CRR to the extent of equity share bought back. Here to the extent means to the extent of nominal value. So I think this is a simple illustration. You can expect a short question 4 marks or 5 marks. I think this you can easily score. Now let us look at the second problem. Illustration number 2. Anu Limited, a non-listed company, furnishes you with the following summarized balance sheet as at 31st March 2011. So source of funds, share capital authorized, this has been given in crores, issued 12% redeemable preference shares of rupees 100 each fully paid 75, equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid 25, and reserves and surplus we got capital reserve 15, security premium account 25, revenue reserves 260. Application of fund, fixed assets at cost less provision for depreciation, that means fixed asset is having nil value. Non-current investments at cost, market value 400 crores, but book value is 100 crores. Current assets less current liabilities 40. The company redeemed preference shares on 1st April 2011. It also bought back 50 lakh equity shares of 10 each at rupees 50 per share. So the payments for the above were made out of the huge bank balances which appeared as a part of current assets. You are asked to pass journal entries to record the above and prepare balance sheet. Now, my dear friends, I think if you look at the problem, sir, what is the difference between this illustration number 2 and compared to illustration number 1 or the problem which you have done in the last class? The one more uh, point that has been added is that the company has decided to go for redemption of preference shares. You learned that in group 1, most of you, and you know that preference shares can be redeemed. Preference shares can be redeemed. When preference shares have been redeemed, how to redeem preference shares? You can redeem preference shares by capitalizing divisible profits or going for fresh issue or combination of both. You learn that in group 1 corporate accounting. Am I right? So any doubt anybody on that? Let me repeat once again. When you are going for redemption of preference shares, you got two options. You can redeem preference shares out of divisible profits which are available for declaration of dividend. And point number two, you can go for redemption of preference shares by going for fresh issue. Now here, if you look at this problem, the company redeemed preference shares it has been mentioned, and also you got buyback. So this is a problem of combination of both. We are having on one hand we have seen buyback of equity shares, and the other thing is that it's that combination of redemption of preferences. So what is to be done now? You look at it this again, scroll it a bit. Now if you look at if you scroll this, we got 12% redeemable preferences of 100 each fully paid 75. Now section 52, if you look at security premium, can't be used for redemption of preferences because which is not available for declaration of dividend. Am I right? So I think this is what where you need to be a bit careful. When free reserves we talk about here, for the purpose of buyback of shares, it includes security premium. But when you are looking at the redemption of preference shares, uh, we don't have any information whatsoever going for fresh issue. So I think you learned a bit of statement that I've dictated to notes in group 1. Amount to be transferred to CRR, that is capital redemption reserve, is equal to nominal value of redeemable preference share capital minus nominal value of fresh issue. Now if you look at it, nominal value of redeemable preference share capital is 75 crores. And this preference shares can be redeemed at premium. I think here we haven't had any information about that preference shares are going to be redeemed at premium. Simply they said company redeemed preference shares on 1st April 2011. So 75 crores have been redeemed. Nominal value of preference shares redeemed is 75 crores. Less nominal value of fresh issue is nil. So therefore, amount to be transferred to capital redemption reserve is equal to 75 crores. Now this 75 crores you have to create by transferring the CRR out of revenue reserves. This is point number 1. This you are not learning new, right? Now coming back to buyback. The buyback also, the source of buyback we have seen is revenue reserve or security premium. I think let us see how many shares have been purchased. 50 lakh equity shares of 10 each. 50 lakh equity shares of 10 each at 50 rupees per share. That means 10 rupees is the nominal value of equity share. You're paying 40 rupees as a premium. So therefore, what is the amount you need to pay? 50 lakh equity shares into 50 rupees. 50 lakhs into 50 rupees is nothing but 25 crores. Am I right? It is coming to 25 crores. That means you need to pay 25 crores for buying the shares. Then, then what is the nominal value of the buyback of shares? 50 lakhs into 10 rupees. It is coming to 5 crores. Then we have discussed that you need to pay 25 crores. Out of 25 crores, nominal value is 5 crores, means that 20 crores additional amount which you are paying is nothing but security, is a premium payable on buyback. The premium payable on buyback can be adjusted against security premium. Okay, now you need to create a CRR when you are going for buyback of shares through using free reserves or security premium. So we have learned that in the previous problem also. The amount to be transferred to CRR is equal to nominal value of shares purchased back minus from where you are going to use this amount, from free reserves. In this problem, free reserves is revenue reserve. Am I right? So you need to create CRR equivalent to nominal value of buyback, which is to be 5 crores. That means we need total amount to be transferred to CRR with reference to redeemable preference shares and with reference to buyback. It is coming to 80 crores. Is this clear? We had a discussion. Now I think I'm giving you time without looking at I don't want to scroll this. I'm giving just few minutes for you to read the question. Can you try? I think I told you in the last class to keep the book aside, a rough book or whatever it may be. You can practice whenever I'm giving any important points for you to discuss. I think that you can make a note. I think this problem, if you want to make a note, you can make a note with regarding to amount to be transferred to capital redemption reserve. I think this we have learned in group 1 about redeemable preference share capital. So if you want, you can make a note. Amount to be transferred to CRR. If you want, you can take a pen and a rough note. You can make a note. amount to be transferred to CRR. In that point number 1. For redemption of preference shares. For redemption of preference shares. For redemption of preference shares. What is the formula? You can make a note of it. Nominal value of redeemable preference share capital, that is given here how much? 75 crores. Nominal value of redeemable preference share capital is equal to 75 crores minus nominal value of fresh issue. In this problem we don't have any nominal value of fresh issue. So therefore amount to be transferred to CRR is 75 crores. Then, right, I've given the heading is that amount to be transferred to CRR in that for redemption of preference shares is point number 1. Now for buyback of shares, for buyback of equity shares, for buyback of equity shares, that is equal to nominal value of equity shares bought back is equal to nominal value of equity shares bought back is equal to 50 lakh equity shares 50 lakh equity shares into 10 rupees. 50 lakh equity shares into 10 rupees. It is coming to 5 crores. Now come on, tell me what is the amount to be transferred to CRR total? It is to be 80 crores, and that 80 crores we got enough revenue reserve. You can see we are having 260 crores, so that can be adjusted. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is the additional entry you should write in buyback? We have learned two problems, the entries for buyback. Am I right? Now, what is the additional entry? Before I show you the solution, let us have discussion, then you can write. Come on, you try to recapitulate yourself of group 1 redemption of preference shares. I'm giving time for writing the entry for redemption of preference shares. Okay. Can you tell me the entry? Think of it. 12% redeemable preference share capital account at R2. First entry. To preference share holders. Now you can see here. They are asking you to prepare journal entries and going for balance sheet. We can see the first entry. 12% preference share capital account at R2. Preference share holders account. What is the nominal value? 75 crores. Okay. Then second entry. The narration you can see. Being preference share capital account transferred to shareholders account. Now you are making payment. The obviously entry will be, who will be receiving the money? Preference shareholders. The entry will be preference shareholders account at R2 bank account. Preference shareholders account at R2 bank account. What is the narration will be writing? Being payment made to shareholders. Okay. Now I'm giving few minutes time to think of what is the entry you should write for buyback of shares. What is premium payable on buyback? 10 rupees share at 50 rupees. It means 40 rupees. Come on, think of it. Think of it. What are the entries you should write? Okay. Shares buyback account at R. Shares buyback account at R. That is shares is nothing but equity shares buyback account at R to bank account. Am I right? You can see the entry. Equity shares buyback account at R to bank. Of course, they have written shares buyback. We can say equity shares buyback account at R to bank. Being 50 lakh equity shares bought back at 50 rupees per share. It is coming to 25 crores. Am I right? Then, what we have seen in the previous problem was the entry for the previous problem. If you see, the second entry, they've written as equity share capital account at R premium payable on buyback to equity share buyback. Now, I think that is what they are giving you different models in illustrations to see that either you can go by that or this. I think the net effect will be the easiest one. Now, I think you can guess it. You need to cancel the shares which you bought back. Am I right? So you should debit which account, my dear friends? Equity share capital account. What is the nominal value? Come on, tell me what is the nominal value? 5 crores. 50 lakhs into 10 rupees. So then what is premium on buyback? 50 lakhs into 40 rupees coming to 20 crores. Now come on, see the entry. Equity share capital account at R. That means they went for direct entry. Previous problem, they have written one more entry by debiting premium on buyback. I think it's simple. Now this is easy for you to remember also. Equity share capital account at R, 50 lakhs into 10, 5 crores. Security premium account, 50 lakhs into 40. If you want, you can make a note. Like in first problem, I've written security premium account which we have debited is in brackets. So you can write premium on buyback. Okay. So two shares buyback account being cancellation of shares bought back. Then you know that CRR we have already given note on that. It is coming to 80 crores and that is adjusted through revenue reserve account. The entry is revenue reserve account at R2 capital redemption reserve. In brackets, they have written 75 crores plus 5 crores coming to 80 crores. Being creation of capital redemption reserve to the extent of the face value of preference shares redeemed and equity shares bought back. Is this clear? I think you got one more point, that is redemption of preference shares in this chapter. Now, I think in the last class we had discussion about the balance sheet. Am I right? Balance sheet. I told you to work out that for the last problem. I hope you might have done that. But anyhow, we see the balance sheet here. I think you all are familiar with the balance sheet. So balance sheet of Anu Limited. Uh, that name of the company. You have to first of all go for notes to account. If you look at the notes to account that has been given, share capital, share capital. In this authorized issue, 200 lakhs equity shares of rupees 10 each, which is coming to 20 crores, 20 crores, and then in fact you can see that authorized, issued, and subscribed. See, you went for redemption of preference share capital. Am I right? What was preference share capital we are having? Come on, tell me. 75 crores plus 25 crores. Am I right? 100 crores. Redeemable preference shares 75 crores, and that we have redeemed. Out of equity shares, there's a buyback of there's a buyback of how many equity shares? 50 lakhs. So what is the balance of equity shares? I think that is to be shown here. So 200 lakhs equity shares of 10 rupees each, which is coming to 20 crores. Then reserves and surplus, capital reserve, which is there, we can't use it. Capital redemption reserve, how we got it. Security premium 25, and you used for buyback of shares, premium on buyback, balance is 5 crores. Revenue reserve, out of revenue reserve you created CRR. So 260 minus 80 it is coming to 180 crores, and this 180 crores is balance of revenue reserve, and even though you are deducting this CRR from revenue reserve, again it will appear under the reserves and surplus. It is coming to 280 crores. Okay. Now, after that, you can see property, plant and equipment, cost is 100, provision for depreciation 100, so balance is nil. And current assets as on 31st March 2011, 340 crores, less bank payment for redemption and buyback. See, we went for redemption of we went for redemption of preference shares, and we went for purchase of buyback of equity shares. And what is the amount that has been paid? 75 crores towards preference shares and 25 crores towards buyback. It is coming to how many crores, my dear friends? Total 100 crores. And as mentioned that current assets is including bank balance, so balance is 240 crores. I think the balance sheet is simple. You all are aware of it. How to prepare balance sheet. Shareholders fund, share capital note number 1 has been written 20 crores, and then reserves and surplus 280 crores, trade payable, there is no change in that. Assets, non-current assets nil. Property, plant and equipment is nil. Non-current investment, we will be showing there is no change in the non-current investment we will be taking at cost value only. And current assets, we have done prepared note for 240. I think balance sheet, most of you are familiar. You learned in partnership accounts, you learned in conversion of a partnership firm into company, you learned amalgamation, you learned internal reconstruction, you learned. I think you all are familiar with the balance sheet. Just to explain once again, I have taken out this, right? Now coming back to this, my dear friends, after this, um, the the third problem which we'll be taking up now is illustration number 3. And if you look at the illustration number 3, and you can see a non-listed company. We had discussion legal framework in the last class. Only the difference is that SEBI guidelines are applicable for listed company. So it doesn't matter. You can see even the second problem also. It has been mentioned as non-listed company. If I'm not wrong, let me explain. Yeah, it's a non-listed company. Only the difference is that what are the additional points which is applicable for listed companies, SEBI guidelines, and SEBI guidelines are not applicable for non-listed public limited companies. Okay, right. Coming back to the illustration number 3, delimited, delimited, a non-listed company furnishes the following summarized balance sheet. You can see that authorized share capital. Here it is again given in thousands, is nothing but 30 lakhs. Issued 25 lakhs equity shares, and preference shares 200. I think this is an important point. You should understand that. Issued 2 months back for purpose of buyback. We had discussion that a company can go for fresh issue, but other than the securities which you are purchasing, generally company goes for buyback of equity shares. When company goes for buyback of equity shares, you need funds. You got option of going for fresh issue. I think what is the fresh issue? By going for preference shares. I think the important point is that we had discussion in the last class. If you recollect yourself, if you remember that when you're going for amount to be transferred to CRR, just now we whatever we have discussed for redemption of preference shares is applicable here also. The same concept. Amount to be transferred to CRR is nothing but the nominal value of equity shares buyback minus nominal value of fresh issue, and then you'll be getting amount to be transferred to CRR. Just keep this point in mind because it has been clearly mentioned that issued 2 months back for the purpose of buyback. Is this clear? Then we got reserves and surplus. We got capital reserve. I think that we won't be touching. You all are aware. Revenue reserve, yes, we can use it. Security premium, yes. P&L account. These three, if you look at it, revenue reserve, security premium, P&L account, these three is called as free reserves for buyback of shares. Am I right? But please remember, for redemption of preference shares, security premium will not be considered. Am I right? Now coming back to this, we got fixed assets 93 lakhs rather, investment 30 lakhs, current assets, loan and advances including cash and bank balance. The company passed a resolution to buy back 20% of its equity capital at the rate of 50 rupees per share. The company passed a resolution to buy back 20% of its equity capital at the rate of 50 rupees per share. For this purpose, it sold all of its investment for 22 lakhs. I think this point has been repeated. You know that. So you are required to pass the necessary journal entries and prepare the balance sheet. Now, if you look at the entries, I think this is only one thing which you should be looking at is that about the CRR. Otherwise, the remaining things same. Come on, you try to answer this. I'm giving few minutes time for you to think of it. Think of it. What are the entries you should write without looking at the solution part? Okay. Hmm. First, you should write the entry for sale of investment. What is the book value of investment? You can see 30 lakhs investment has been sold for 22 lakhs. You are getting a loss of 8 lakhs. You know the entry for this. Bank account at R, profit and loss account at R to investment account. Right. Being the investment sold at a loss for the purpose of buyback. Look at the second entry. Equity share capital account at R. Again, you can see the difference. For one problem, previous problem, the directly they have debited security premium. Here they are adding one more point. Premium payable on buyback account. I think you know about this. So equity share capital account at R, premium payable on buyback account at R to equity share buyback. Because what is the face value of the share here? You can see face value of the share is the company passed resolution to buy back 20% of equity share capital at 50 rupees per share. What is the face value of equity share? You can see 10 rupees. So what is the premium? 40 rupees. That 40 rupees they're adjusting to towards premium payable on buyback. So 20%. When you talk about 20%, 20% of equity share capital. 20% of equity share capital you can calculate, and the face value you are getting 5 lakhs and premium payable you are getting 20 lakhs. So equity share buyback account, I think you can understand this being amount due on buyback. Then security premium account are to premium payable on buyback account. The 20 lakhs loss is adjusted to security premium. Then you need to create a CRR. This is what I told you. If you want, you can make a note. Actually, you need to transfer nominal value of shares purchased, shares bought back is 5 lakhs, whereas you need 5 lakhs of CRR. Since company has issued preference shares of 2 lakhs, I think that amount has been reduced. This is an important point you should remember. I repeat once again, we need to create a CRR equal to the nominal value of shares bought back. What is the nominal value of shares bought back? 5 lakhs. That means actually I need to create CRR to the extent of 5 lakhs. But since the company went for issue of preference shares for the purpose of buyback for 2 lakhs, so out of 5 lakhs, as I told you, amount to be transferred to CRR, nominal value of shares bought back is 5 lakhs, whereas Nominal value of fresh issue is 2 lakhs. Therefore, the difference is 3 lakhs is transferred to capital redemption reserve. Being the amount equal to nominal value of equity shares bought back out of free reserve transferred to CRR. And you know this entry, equity share buyback account at R2, bank account, you're getting 25 lakhs. Okay. I think the balance sheet, you can see that it's same like previous one. Only the one point which you should be looking at it is that adjustment of CRR. I think that you can easily understand. Capital is the same. CRR 3 lakhs, security premium 22 lakhs, and out of which premium payable on buyback has been adjusted. Revenue is 30 lakhs, out of which transfer to CRR is around 3 lakhs, so 27 lakhs. And please remember, this 3 lakhs is again appearing under CRR. Now, only one point which you should remember is that P&L account is having a balance of 35 lakhs, and since your sole investment at a loss, that 8 lakh loss has been adjusted. I think the balance sheet you can work out. I think hope you all are following, my dear friends, right? Able to understand the concept. This is a very simple. You need to practice, you can score well. I hope you are also practicing. You have practiced already the topics so far that has been covered. Partnership accounts, I hope you might have covered, you might have revised thoroughly. You got plenty of time. And also the one more important chapter, amalgamation of companies, that also you might have gone through that. And also the one more topic, internal reconstruction, liquidation of companies. These three, four major chapters, I think you might have gone through the revision. You might have done the completely the revision. But anyhow, I think we work out few problems in next class. If possible, we can conclude this is a small topic. We can conclude this topic in the next class, in next session. I hope you all are enjoying this class, right? If you got any doubts, let me know, and you can send your feedback so that I can try to clarify your doubts to the maximum possible, right? Good luck. God bless you all. Thank you.